So, I'd like to point out that I have one of the first edition Explorers for V8 made, pretty much, for 2000. As I already know, it's been up in Russia and it hit water. There's mud all in the side fenders. There's scratches everywhere on it. It fell off the brake and bounced, and it went right back up on the boat because it was flat and it was clear and it was crystal clear blue. As I already looked at it, pound per square millimeter would be about 20,000 feet in about 5 seconds there and back in a land. I like to point out that there's more out there, even in the ocean, floating around still, being protected by wildlife that we see today. And you've already seen in Hamilton, Ontario, where you think it's a shark, but it's just something else that we cannot explain. I'd like to point out a code for my machines. I'd rather put on the other video, 78.5 point northeast of 45.8 degree angle on a 785, and on a 784 on a 7.804 motor horsepower boat, 35 direction point north. There are 2 MiGs and 6 German Fetchen, is what they call flight planes, battling one another, and I'd like you to do something about it on your own discretion, on your own matter, on your act. That'd be greatly appreciated, as I'm not German, and I do speak a little Russian, but I am Siberian. There are 14 baby blues, there's 191, there are 4 94s, and there's 9 92s, baby blues, and they're all 2 doors. I'd like to point that out too. Some have Mustang rims, the Cobras, some have the integrated bumper, some are manuals like UNICEF. It was a big code, 94 UNICEF, the sunroof. The chocolates that you buy for $2, the manuals, boxes, integrated into charitable donations, as in hot dogs, $2, free milks, cereal for the kids, all that stuff that we used to have, that was integrated into that technology in that day and time, which is still coded into us as me, or 90s, all the way to 94. And they are all redlined. I'd also like to point out that the Canadian Armed Force, the German forces, and the Russian army will not be able to point out. Even the American US Army will not be able to figure this one out, because it is in clear blue water. It is at a point where you will not be able to recognize it, because it is so real. Technology will not be able to keep up, same as I've already proven in my other videos where I've hit slow-mo in my mode. I don't point myself out as an animal, as a raptor, as they are referred as animals. But I like the figure of speech of an owl. I like that on the other video. Just want to point that out. On other matters, there is a lot of other things going on in this world, where there's a lot of other machines that we haven't seen or even developed yet. Possibly toys, as I can put out. I've taken trains apart that go around the tree and put them into craft paper with popsicle sticks, referring to elastic band in the plane, and put paddlers on it and a 9-volt battery, something you don't see anymore, and let the thing glide at the age of 7. That that's not how I figured out who I was and what I was known as. I was just like that. Riding BMXs, CCMs, all that type of stuff, GTs. Uh, I get to the point of the matter where I was who I am today, given a piece of paper and a note when I was 8 years old. I have a very difficult time in my life, and it seems like the system needs to be like that every single day for the Queen III, for her to react on whatever part it is with her husband, Amos Rossi, as they were going divorce when I was 8, and they already have 2 kids, so I sincerely couldn't care less if, if their grenade happens again. It is a Berlin thing, but it is our barracks, so it is pointed to us. The fact of the matter is everyone just gets a little scared over some stupid shit. Other than that, I know I have friends that I should know today as people, as who we are, as DNA coded, not 2 girls that can get fucked by a trucker 65,000 fucking times. That's not who I am, so that name on the TV can be deleted, as I already called. And they said it was promotional, so I hung up the phone, and I haven't seen it on Kijiji or the television. You can ask questions: who, what, where, why, and how, and when, whenever you feel like it, but you'll never understand it. As I've already pointed out, I've seen people in generations that shouldn't be here because mother and father said no at a very crucial time in the 1880s, as we are people, and they understood that in the 1880s, where arithmetic would be something. I'd take 2 pencils and I'd stick in the wall and I'd run. You'd see someone running. Oh, I'm not